Welcome back, sports gamers. It's the natural bunch of Madden 23 info drop today. A big one on the gameplay side is FieldSense, and it's a new gameplay system. It's only available on current gen consoles, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and it's supposed to be an authentic gameplay system that brings new physics, animation, branching technology, a bunch of things. So I want to get into all the different gameplay improvements and features that make up the new FieldSense system. Starting off, we'll hit everything, which is EA's answer to a lot of complaints about the tackling not being realistic and a lot of the gameplay feeling predetermined. So now this is supposed to be more immersive gameplay. They added 3,500 new animations to give you better control over every impact, tackle, and collision, so you have more authentic looking outcomes. And so there's actually 6 key components into the hit everything, from hit the pile, and they're stating that it's a physics informed animation selection system built to give players more dynamic animations in multiplayer tackle situations. And every collision would hit the pile. The key physical factors such as the players involved in the pile, the impact being brought to the pile, are used to determine the proper outcome for a variety of possible outcomes. Gang tackles in Madden 23 will have more organic and unpredictable in how they look and behave. Also offer players more control to impact the pile throughout the play. The new system will allow defensive players to seamlessly add on to ongoing tackle interaction at any point, whether it be two-man tackles or gang tackles. I mean, that's pretty much already in the game, as far as you can, additional guys can add on defenders, but I'm assuming that they're allowing more points of interaction, so it looks more realistic. Hit the pile aims to consistently reward defenders for the impact they bring to every pile by allowing players opportunity to always get involved in those game-changing stops. So a lot of times you see when guys get locked into an animation, it doesn't play out realistically, or a guy gets hit from the side, but the way he animates and falls backwards doesn't look right. So hopefully this improves that. Stand-up tackles on the back of hit the pile. They're adding stand-up tackles features to create even more moments where a ball carrier can be stood up intentionally to give teammates opportunity to come in and make a play. Stand-up tackles is a battle mechanic. Oh my goodness, it's like tackle battles all over again. What? It's a battle mechanic where the ball carrier fights to break a tackle's defender, fighting to secure the tackle, where both players are mashing the tackle button. Oh my gosh, the friggin' tackle battles is back. Madden 23 stand-up tackles is the new name for it. All right. Not only is the outcome of the tackle in question, but the ball carrier also a higher chance of fumbling while being stood up. So when extra defenders add on the pile, they can lay a hit stick or strip the ball, cause a turnover. Like, that second part sounds good. It's the tackle battles when I'm mashing buttons to tackle. I don't know about that, man. That was a silly mechanic back then, and I think it's still silly. But let's see. On the offensive side, players can hold the protect ball button to reduce the chance of a fumble while getting the ability to break the tackle. As a last resort, ball carriers can even give themselves up at any time and concede the stand-up tackle to completely negate their fumble chance. The size of the ball carrier, defenders, and ratings of the players in the stand-up tackle all factor into who have the best chance to win these interactions. Those big, bruising running backs will have a much easier time winning against small defensive backs, while a linebacker is likely to win against smaller receiving backs. It's interesting to see. Like, I'm not excited for tackle battles being back, but those other things, I mean, it's pretty realistic. Guys will hold up offensive players to allow the teammate to come and punch the ball out and strip it out. I mean, that's realistic. That happens in real life. So I like that portion, but I'm not into the button smashing and doing some Street Fighter combos, but we'll see. Hitting blocks. Not only can you interact different ways with ongoing tackles, you can also do the same with ongoing blocking interactions too. With the range of blocking interactions as defender, the hit stick can be used to run into a block, to blow it, or to force to create a pile or get through traffic to get a pursuit of a ball carrier or get a teammate free. I mean, that's pretty much already in the game now. As far as, especially, I noticed a lot on kickoff, you can come down and use a hit stick to lay a blocker out. So maybe it's an extension of that. Maybe they added more additional animations to that, where during the play, chasing down the ball carrier, you might use it to get through traffic. So it's interesting. But I mean that sounds cool, but at the same time, people already spam hit stick all the time, everything. I think this should be a little more natural tackles and not these people laying the wood every play. Mid-air knockouts over the last 2 years, we've seen a significant shift in interactions at the catch point. In Madden 21, interactions was simply multiplayer catches that had two players both playing the ball inside of a single interaction. In Madden 22, there were far more matchups consisting of single-player animations that were independent of each other to offer more control. So in Madden 23, FieldSense has unlocked the best of both worlds to create dynamic interactions called mid-airs that create authentic interactions, but also give players control they desire in those critical catching moments. Okay, that's interesting to see how that one will play out. I mean, over the last couple of years, man, Madden and the two-man animations and the air animations has been crazy. And we know with Madden 22, like so many wonky ball get popped up in the air unnatural ways or batted away in unnatural ways. And so it's interesting to see how this one plays out. Players will experience this control in how they attempt to break up passes, and each choice leads to different risks and rewards, as well as the actual animations that play out. So when going for the INT, you will see all new catch contests that come with the chance for the receiver to break the tackle. If you want to play it a bit more conservatively and go with the swat attempt, the defender will rip the ball out of the receiver's hands while both players are in the air with a lower chance to break tackle. Okay. And lastly, if you want to simply secure the tackle, choose play receiver, hit stick to make the defender not play the ball, but attack the receiver instead, with a lower chance of knocking the ball out when it compared. I mean, this is a lot what is already right now. I mean, as far as I guess they add additional animation to it to make it look more realistic. But you know, you go for the pick, you have a chance of receiver catching it on you. If you go for the swat, you have more likely to swat the ball away and them not catch it, or you can play receiver. I mean, you can do these are all things features are already in the game, but I'm assuming that they are improving upon it and adding more animations to make it look more realistic. But this doesn't seem like something new at all. Add-on blocks. Hit everything is being used on offense as well with new add-on blocks. This is primary for running backs and tight ends as they try to navigate through traffic of the line to run their routes or a block and release route. Our animation branch technology now offers these players to add on to and easily leave ongoing block interaction with proper momentum results rather than get stuck behind piles of blockers. Yeah, that is terrible. That's so unrealistic, and it's so unrealistic how running backs can do down and outs and just squeeze through the offensive line so easily and then have immediate speed. I mean, I hope they really fix that. It looks so real unrealistic, and they made running back down and outs so OP this year because they were just to fly through the line and then immediately at full speed cut left to right and dust. And not even the linebacker. I mean, I have safety, I've had corners on running backs and they've beat them on down the ends, down and outs, out the backfield. Addition to running backs and tight ends, though, any blocker will have the ability to execute these new chip blocks based on game context, such as having a blocking interaction on the path of the blocking target. All right, let's say branching and physics tech. Any collision on the field will now lean on our FieldSense system to determine if they should branch to a stumble or fall, both during the play and after the play is over. For example, if a defender misses a tackle attempt, that player can take out a teammate by tripping him or hitting a ball carrier at a bad angle can force him into a stumble or out of a tackle and can even knock a teammate off an ongoing tackle. The system will produce more organic, dynamic moments that are reactive to the action of the field, making gameplay less predictable, offering more control. That's interesting. Gameplay less predictable, but what offering more control? All right. So that's really interesting there. Just looking at the FieldSense, just on the hit everything. That's just for hit everything, and that's a lot. So some of the stuff seems new. Some of the stuff is old stuff that's brought back, like tackle battles. Some stuff is more like an improvement on what we currently have already, like mid-air knockouts. Add-on blocks seem interesting. That works right, and the branching and physics tech. I mean, it's also like a big improvement or evolution of a lot of the current things we already have. So that's just for the hit everything, and we're gonna get some more of the breaking down this new feature of FieldSense. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and always drop a like, subscribe for more SGO. If you appreciate our content and all the work we do to bring you guys the latest news, tips, and gameplay from your favorite sports games, drop a like, subscribe SGO today. You want to take your game to the next level? Then join SGO Insider.